Woo! What's going on, guys? It's your boy, man, Stunner Breezy, coming to you live with another one. Another lit video, baby. And you know we about to be lit today, because we be just 20 hours, 38 minutes, and 14 seconds away from the launch of Drip Drop Draw, baby. And you know that's about to send the price of drip to at least $10, baby. And y'all know the money be what makes the world go round and the pennies drop. And you know your boy got plenty of money, so you know what I'm saying, right? And you know another rich motherfucker? That be my boy Drunktopian. But he ain't been putting out a video in a long time, so I don't know if he be drunk on that Hennessy, or if he be working on that bullshit Foodtopian or Boozetopian or whatever bullshit he be doing, but I just hope he's okay, baby. So let's get on with the video. So welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all doing well wherever you happen to be in the world right now. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, dropping a like on the video to get me out to a wider audience, and any comments or questions that you may have, please feel free to leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So apparently Drip Drop Draw is due to be out tomorrow, so I'll have a quick look at that shortly, but I'll start off rather by going through the cryptocurrency market as a whole, see how Drip shapes up against the rest of it. So we've got a market cap of $1.18 trillion, which is down 0.85% today. Bitcoin still below $30,000. I might have a look at the chart on that later on to do a little bit of analysis on it. Ethereum still below $2,000. Some of my holdings, XRP, is still holding around that 70 cents mark. I see some upside for that in the coming weeks though. Cardano still not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, never have been, never will be. Still a good buy at 31 cents. And Solana is still holding that 9th position and at $23. Again, not financial advice, but I still think that represents a good buy. As for the biggest rise of the last 24 hours, we've got Bitcoin Gold. I don't know why, but it's up 30% in the last 7 days. Market cap of $316 million. So obviously not a massive coin. It's ranked 100 out of the total coins out there. And below you've got XDC and OP. They're up slightly. So no major rises. A fairly flat day, a bit of a pullback really. I should imagine, having looked at the chart earlier, that Drip is up slightly. It's up 1.77% on CoinMarketCap and on TradingView, but I believe it's up higher on the native DEX. So it's trading at 0.1985 on CoinMarketCap. Let's have a look at some of the comments to see how things are looking. So, sorry, we're up 1.77% today. Over the last 7 days, we're up 3.92%. Over the month, down 16, nearly 17%, and over the year, down 97.44%. And as we all know, we're down 99.34% from all-time highs. So, it's nice to be up. What is it today? We're up 1.77%, but that's, in the grand scheme of things, it's not massive. Hopefully, Drip Drop Draw can do something. I'm not saying it won't, not saying it will. I'm remaining on the fence. Hopefully, it will, and we can all make some money out of it. But I'll remain neutral on it. Drip, some tool just sent me a death threat on here. We must be close to pumping hard. I've got no idea who'd be sending death threats, but if you're sending death threats on the internet, then excuse my French, you've got to be a bit of a cunt to be doing that. Drip, hello there, FUD Army. Drip is not a Ponzi scheme. The argument is overused when talking about crypto projects. Some news media still call Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme. We all know Bitcoin isn't a Ponzi and doesn't have any utility. I don't think anyone calls Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme because there's nothing even remotely Ponzi-nomic about it. It's a single asset, and you don't. If Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme, then the majority of assets are Ponzi schemes. So I'm going to read through that bullshit. Drip, oof, 100k buys in the last 24 hours. We're going places. If you've got 100,000 buys, it's not caused a massive amount of price appreciation, has it? So, yeah. And like I continually say, if this Drip Drop Draw is really going to be sending the price skyward, like Kenneth keeps saying in all of his videos, now is the time to accumulate. And you'd have thought people would have been accumulating the build up to this. Drip. If Drip Drop Draw will not turn drip, then drip will be destroyed. See, that's my feelings. If this doesn't turn it around, I can foresee further price appreciation. But there could be some sort of, again, one of Kenneth's favourite expressions, there could be some form of buy pressure when this does launch. I'm not even sure if I'm going to play it. I'm just going to sit on the sidelines, and if it looks... Because what is it? Essentially, it's just a raffle or a lottery, really, isn't it? So there's luck involved. Obviously, the more you buy, the more chance you've got of winning, but... I don't know, we'll just see how it goes. Drip, moon mission is starting after DDD launch, 30 hours to go. What people are saying to that. Never heard that one before. LOL, I'm guessing you want a Crypto King's Lemmings, like when he said the new drip UI would bring in billions. Yep, he's been wrong continually. Time to go ask your mum for some money to buy drip. You know when you're using mum jokes, you're struggling a little bit and you reach the bottom of the barrel. So let's go to the drip page. I'll show you my faucet. I think I compounded earlier today. So it's trading at 23 cents on the native dex. B Reap is at 31.29. We're literally 20 hours, so less than a day away from the launch of this. Drip Drop Draw is revolutionary layer 2 protocol. Purchase tickets with drip, BNB or BUSD and unlock the incredible advantages of multipliers, which can increase the value of your entry by up to 275%, offering amazing winning opportunities with its 7 prize tiers. Choose between deposit or sacrifice options and actively contribute to the Drip Network ecosystem. Immerse yourself in the gameplay mechanics. Further details in the DDD white paper. Now, what I did notice was if you buy tickets with BNB, if the value is equal to that of drip, you will get more tokens than if you deposit drip, which I find somewhat interesting. It's like they want people to deposit more BNB than they do drip. I need to research further into that, but I was reading briefly through the white paper that you get more tickets for the equivalent value of drip were you to purchase with BNB. That's for another time though. So moving on to my faucet, you can see I'm 56 days away from a max wallet. I've got nearly 16,000 drip. So yeah, getting towards max payout. 56 was a month and a half away, so not far. So that's like halfway through September. I should be ready to go. I've got, it's worth 3,679, so I'm still down. It's down 3% over the last 30 days, up 4% and over the last week, because there is some, well, we'll go to the chart. It paints a better picture. It's much more easy to understand, even though my biggest fan, Andrew Stockton, says that moving averages don't matter in a DeFi project. Whenever I analyze any asset, whether it be Euro USD, Bitcoin or even drip, I will use the same charting strategies that I always use, because they've served me well over the years. And what I can see from this, although I do believe that this is driven by fundamentals or basically FOMO rather than technicals, we are below both the 50 and the 100. But we have switched. Price has moved to, momentum rather has moved to positive on the MACD, and we are sloping up with both the signal line and the MACD line. So that does paint a slightly prettier picture. And if you look there, we've always got, I want to draw that on there actually, because I've drawn plenty of descending trend lines, but I'll draw an upward trend line. So if we can use this as some sort of support over the coming weeks, then that could bode well. I'll leave it there for now, just like see if we can bounce off of that. If we come back down to retest it, but I would expect a few buys to come through. I don't know whether the size of the buys, what they'll be like, what sort of impact they will have on price. Personally, I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to send a parabolic, but if it does, and you know, me being a doubter Thomas like I have been for a while, then I'll just say, yeah, I was wrong. This thing's great. You can call me all the names under the sun. I'm quite happy to be wrong. I'd love to be wrong, because that way I'm going to be making money. You're all going to be making money. The smaller investors that have invested more than they can afford to lose, that are probably worried about this, they'll be making money. And you know, all's well that ends well, and I'll be happy to go along with that. I'll still make this content. I'm not really, to be honest with you, someone said to me, I'll cut 4x some slack, or the shark as I call him. All I've said about him is that he needs to stop with the talk and crack on. It's just basically less talk, more action. Like just say less and actually do things. And it looks like, you know, finally he is actually doing something. The majority of my content on this channel regarding drip is about some of the influencers I regard to be slightly toxic, disingenuous, and in it to line their own pockets. I'll name them, and clueless. In the case of Kenneth, my financial advisor, he is genuinely clueless. He has no idea what he's talking about. He's a grifter. He's blagging it, and he's every day he repeats himself. Maybe I am too, to a certain extent. Drunktopian, he's not making so many videos at the moment because he's busy with his Beertopian or Foodtopian burger van or whatever it is. Ray, he's been exposed by Drip Coach for what he's been doing. He's been disingenuous with his audience. He's been dumping drip for God knows how long with his like secret wallets and whatnot. Stunner Breezy, I don't know much about him. I know he knows fuck all about boxing though. Supposedly he's quite nice like when it comes to airdrops and whatnot, and he's not a bad person, but he picked I don't know if any of you out there watch boxing, but I box twice a week, Not competitively, I just go training, do a little bit of sparring and whatnot. And he flew out to Vegas to watch Spence Crawford, and he predicted Spence to knock his ass out in 6 rounds, and that's probably got to be the worst pick in the history of boxing. I recall years ago seeing Crawford fight a Scottish boxer called Ricky Burns, and he, who I rated quite highly, and he demolished him. So ever since then I've said, yeah, this kid's special, and he absolutely obliterated him. So I genuinely hope Stunner had a nice time, but his pick was God, really, really awful. But back to the point at hand, like with what I noticed, and just to be talking about what I find troublesome in this project is people. I'll go through Twitter because then you get to see what they're like, because I'm not going to go through their videos. I don't want to be there. That's some other shit project looked at AI Doge. But you go to whose page is this? Sorry, my computer's frozen somewhat. Unfreeze that. Let's go back to Crypto Kings, 22-year-old millionaire. Oh wait, but it's locked. So yeah, if he's got $1 million worth of pigs, because he's always talking about these pigs he's got, they're all locked up. You can only take 3% out a day. And he said, "Are you a bit thick or something?" Sorry, are you a bit thick or something? I think he's a bit thick, and I don't know. Sure you are, champ. Show me the way. He's young, wise one. So he's slightly. I just don't know how to describe the boy. 3,000 pigs. I am unstoppable. So this is Crypto Kings. I'll do it in the voice of Drunktopian. I did the official countdown to the Drip Drop Draw page, as well as made some dashboard changes based on the feedback we got from the community. The dashboard changes were made to make it more clear what values are global versus specific to your wallet. Exciting. Drip. So let's see what comments are there. I've done it in his voice because Drunktopian has, claimed to be one of the lead developers on it. He's been doing all the front end testing, which, from what I can see, involves getting drunk and falling asleep on your computer. Getting closer and closer to Drip, about to make a lot of people realise that patience will pay off. That was one thing one person said to me, and I nearly urinated myself laughing. He said, "Oh, Drip, all you need is a bit of patience." I mean, I think people have been patient for the last 18 months, haven't they? So the last thing you need to say is be patient, but that's for another time. Not everything just happens quickly. Some things take time, and real issues pop up any time. Anyone who codes knows this, that it doesn't always just work out. Sometimes one small little problem in the code can keep you up for days. People are impatient, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, mate. So yeah, that's on the Drip page, is it? Or let's go back to... Sorry, I'm all over the place today. We've got Stunner Breezy. What's he been saying? He doesn't bother me. I find him more as a figure of fun. I think he's quite amusing. Damn, Pulse Chain. Unhappy face. We've still got DDD Stunner going down. Drip. The only thing still paying, I swear. Everything else is doo-doo. Buy the dip. Video inbound. What happened? I need to look and see what happened. You can do anything you put your mind to, baby. Make it easy on yourself and accumulate drip. Well, that's your advice, Stunner. It's hot as fuck in Vegas. So that's what Breezy's up to. But I'm going to get back to something slightly more serious. This is what I find troubling. Anyone out there who had drip in their names to make it on YouTube, well, make a few subs and then changed it a week. User crybabies, you know who you are. Now, what I don't like about that is Lee has always come across to me as slightly, I know he's a drunkard, but he always come across as a bit of a thug and a bully. And I remember the video he made when he was pissed out of his head and calling everyone motherfuckers and telling everyone to fuck off and that. And that was when the mask really slipped. And he deleted that video because it really showed his true side. And the main person he's alluding to in this is LD, who used to be called Drip Strategy and now he's called DeFi Strategy. And he's honestly probably one of the kindest, most genuine people in this space. And he's entirely up to him what he does with his channel. So for this Lee to come on there and call him weak and a crybaby and basically insult him and anyone else who decided to change the name of their channel is just to me, it's fairly appalling behaviour. And someone did make a comment on there, which is true. And I was like, you're bloody right, I remember that. No, that's not how you reply. You go to the comments. God, I'm useless. I'm such an old man when it comes to computers. is it? I'll find it. Didn't you put out a vote to see if you yourself should change the name of Driptopian? And little old me, I did a little reply. Oh, again, useless with computers. That's true. Drunktopian made a video saying, should I change the name of my channel? So then he comes on here a few months later saying anyone that's changed the name from a drip channel on YouTube just to make a few subs, then, you know, they're weak user crybabies. And if you look at Drunktopian's other channels, they don't have, I mean, I'm not coming from a position of authority. I've got, how many subs do I have? I think I've got about nearly 700. So I'm a very big channel by any means. But I've still, you know, got a very modest platform where I'm able to share my voice. And I would never, like, I don't know. I just don't like the man. I don't bear him any ill will, but I think he's, well, the mask slipped for me that day. I don't script any of this, as you can pretty sure you can tell. But I'm going to look at Bitcoin just to see what the week could look like for crypto in general, because obviously where Bitcoin goes, the rest of the market tends to follow. Right, so let's start off on the daily and see what we got. So we're above the 50. No, we're above the 100, but we're just broken through the 50. We've got the 50 above the 100. It's crossed there, which is quite a bullish sign. But that's reacted there. We've had the push up. But the problem is we've had some bearish divergence there from that high, and it's pulled back. Momentum switched to negative on the histogram, and the MACD and signal lines have both gone below zero. On the 4 hourly, some consolidation really. Where am I? can't remember. Where's my drawing tools? I've forgotten how to use TradingView. It's embarrassing considering I use it every day. So yeah, we've got a little consolidation sort of in this area around here. So a break to the upside or downside from this area could determine the way we go for the rest of the week. If we go down to the hourly to see if there's any tradable opportunities, let's delete that block because that doesn't make it look very pretty. No, it's just chop and consolidation. But going back onto the daily, there's nothing really that tradable. It does look fairly bearish, to be honest with you. I can see more selling off, more sell pressure, as Kenneth would say. We've made this sort of minor high there, and we're pushing. I'm not really sure. I don't really know what to say. I would be sitting on the sidelines with drip. I'll go to an asset like Euro USD. Much easier to trade. You can see there was a lovely long setup that paid me out quite nicely. The trigger was just there, paid all the way up to there, and then it triggered a short from let me just delete that. A short triggered from the setup was there, the trigger was there, with a stop loss being there. So if I go for a 2-to-1, did it hit target? I didn't take it. Yeah, it would have hit target, and that would have been 248 pips. So I'm going to, every time I make a video now, I'm going to look on the daily of the euro and see if there's any potential trade setups, either on the daily or the 4 hourly. There's not a trade setup there. There could be a potential trade setup later on today for down to the short side, because if this candle closes below this one and the following breaks the low, we've got like another hour and 20 minutes. I'll look at that in the morning, see how that played out. I'm not going to set my screens or not. I'm going completely off topic. I know I'm talking about fucking cryptocurrency, forex. So yeah, will drip drop draw make a massive difference? I would like to think it will have some sort of positive impact on the price, but yeah, just be careful. Don't believe that every influencer says, because not everyone's got your best interests at heart. The majority of them have got their own interests at heart. And as I've always said, I've got no team. I've got no referrals or anything. I'm not interested in taking anyone's money to line my own bags. It's all just my own money that's gone into this project. And yeah, I'm completely transparent with that. So there's nothing in this for me to FUD drip, because I wanted to succeed, so I make money. I want everyone to make money, but there are people out there that haven't got your best interests at heart, so be very, very careful. Now, I've been going on for nearly 20 minutes now, which is ludicrous. I'm going to go and have a shower, and I will upload this shortly. So thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Take care of yourselves. If you like the video, don't forget to like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it as well. Leave a comment. I'll go back to everyone, and please consider subscribing. I'm very close to 700 subscribers. Okay, thanks for your time. Have a good evening.